I went multi-platinum and got rich off producing before the age of 27, and I want to show you guys the changes that I had to make, and hopefully you can make those same changes and get way more progress way faster. If you don't know who I am, my name is Bricks. I'm a music producer. I produce for the biggest artists in the world, Drake, Gunna, Lil Wayne, Young Thug, Lil Baby, and I help hundreds of producers get their first placement, their first plaque, and sell their beats. Let's get into the video. So these changes that I had to make were so important in getting me to the next level as a music producer and as a man in life, and I want you guys to take this information, implement it into your own life, and hopefully you can shortcut your success and get much farther, much faster. So the first thing I thought was like, I always approach everything in life like, am I gonna do this forever? So it's like when I was an intern in the studio, I had got the internship and it was 4 other interns. They all stayed interns. I looked at the situation like, am I gonna do this forever? And the answer for me was no. Okay, what are the logical steps to get to the next step? Oh, I'm gonna be an engineer. Okay, let me just learn how to engineer and do that right now. Why would I waste 3-4 years being an intern when I know that I have to learn X, Y, and Z in order to get to the next step? So while I was interning, I was not just helping out, I was focusing all my attention on learning how to become the best engineer so that I can graduate to the next step, while the other people were just doing their intern duties and not really progressing. None of them never got off of the ground. I'm the only one that got to the next level. Same thing like when I was back in the hood making beats. I thought about, am I gonna be in the hood making beats forever? No. Okay, what's the next logical step? I wanna get placements. I wanna work with bigger artists. Okay, well then I'm gonna have to leave my house. So instead of me wasting years and years and years making beats, in my hood, I left my hood immediately and went to where I could get to that next level. You guys need to understand that you don't have as much time as you think, and you need to take action way, way faster. Like you need to look at your situation and be like, okay, am I gonna be doing this forever? No. Okay, what do I want to be doing? Okay, let me go do that right now, or at least start taking the steps to get there right now. What I want you guys to do for this first step is create a vision for the future that you really are excited about. And I want you guys to think about that, because a lot of you guys are going day in, day out, and you don't have a plan for the future. You don't have a vision that you feel really, really good about. So you're not really telling your subconscious mind, you're not really telling the universe or God where you want to go in life. So you're just getting the same thing every single day because that's all you're thinking about. You got to start to change your thoughts and think about where you want to go, and then the steps will automatically be placed in front of you. You will start being in the right place at the right time. You will start taking different actions. If you're not where you want to be in life, you have to start doing different things in order to get different results. So for me, that was learning how to engineer. For me, that was leaving my hometown. For me, that was getting around people that can take me to the next level. Speaking of that, the second thing that I had to change was my circle. I had to realize that the people that I were hanging out with, we were not on the same path. We were not going in the same direction. We were not trying to achieve the same things. And to an extent, they were holding me back. Once I changed my circle and got around producers that were bigger than me, and had more plaques and more placements and were doing the things that I wanted to do in life, my identity changed. The way that I looked at myself changed. When I started hanging around people that were more successful than me, my confidence in myself started to grow, and I started to believe that I was able to achieve these goals. Because once you get around people that are like way more successful than you, you start to realize like, dang, these niggas are not special. They're the same as me. They just took different actions, believed in themselves, and put themselves in situations to where they can actually win. You know what I'm saying? That's what most people are not doing. So if you want to win as a producer, you need to get around people that are winning so that you like stop expecting blind people to see your vision. Stop expecting your mom to believe in your dreams. Stop expecting your friends that you have right now that all y'all do is play 2K, smoke weed, and go out to believe that you're going to become this big producer. You're going to have to kind of cut a lot of people off and change your circle and get around people that can nurture you and help you grow, because you might be a certain type of seed, but you're planted in the wrong soil. You're in the wrong environment that's not conducive to you growing. You're not going to reach your full potential being around people that are not trying to reach their full potential. So I want to invite you guys to my VIP community where you can surround yourself with producers that are helping each other win, grow, get to the next level. We're getting a lot of beat sales, getting a lot of plaques. I'm showing you guys everything that you need to know to win as a music producer. Click the link down in the description, and I want to see you guys there. Also, for the people who join right now, I'm going to give you guys all my drum kits, multi-kits, MIDI kits, access to a lot of my classes about how to take everything to the next level. It really all starts here, but it really starts with taking action. You guys, I want you guys to take action. Click the link down below, join the community. Let's get into the next thing that I had to change in order to take my life and my career to the next level. Another thing that I had to change that was super, super important is I had to do way more collaborations, bro. Like when I was making beats by myself, I was going 5-6 years without getting a single placement. Everything changed once I started working with more people. Once I started collaborating with more people, I got way better, way, way faster, got way more results, way, way quicker, and I started to progress. Like I was making beats for 5 years without a single placement, without a single plaque, and it was kind of like this. And I was making beats, making beats, making beats. I don't want you guys to do that. If you want to start getting opportunities, you got to one, put yourself in the opportunity zone. Two, you have to change the people that you're hanging out with. Three, you have to change the way that you see yourself, the way that you view the world, and you have to take action. And then you have to start collaborating with more people, because the more people that you collaborate is going to multiply the amount of people you're networking with. And then your whole community of people that are trying to help you win is going to grow. Like what you want to look at is, first of all, everybody that calls your phone, everybody that you talk to every single day, you need to go ahead and audit them. You need to write down their name once they call you or once they text you and be like, is this person bringing me up or pulling me down? Is this person helping me get to my goals or not? And every single thing that you do in your day, you need to write down, is this thing that I'm doing helping me get to my goal or not? Do I even have a goal? First of all, you guys need to define where you're trying to shit so that everything in the universe can start coming together to help you get there. Like if I was you, I literally did this. What I did was I set an alarm on my phone for every 30 minutes. And for 3 days, for every single 30 minutes, I when the alarm beeped, I wrote down what I was doing for that 30 minutes. And then after that 72-hour period, I looked back at all the time and I realized I'm wasting all my time. The things that I'm doing are not helping me get to the next level. And I started to replace the things that were not helping me with things that are helping me. Instead of just me watching TV or watching Netflix, and I'd be like, dang, I watched Netflix for 3.5 hours. I didn't even notice. Imagine if you spent that 3.5 hours networking. Imagine if you spent that 3.5 hours doing things that can move the needle and actually change the game for you. This is how I got far in my career very, very fast. I started auditing myself, seeing, I say I want this. Am I really doing the things that are going to get me there? Or am I just talking and I'm just going to stay stagnant and it's just going to be a dream of the past and I'm going to go through my whole life and get older and regret that I didn't take action and I didn't really do the things that I wanted to do in my life because I was bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? So I started to change the things that I was doing. I started to change the people I was hanging out with. I started to look at my life like, am I going to do this forever? No, let's go to the next level. Once I started engineering, I was like, am I going to engineer forever? No. And I started focusing more on production. Once I hit the ceiling, like a lot of people, they hit a ceiling and they just stay under that ceiling and they don't think about how to break through. Like you get a job and that's your ceiling. And now you're working. And it never crosses your mind, am I going to do this forever? Because you're not even thinking about the future. You don't have a dream and a vision for yourself. If you don't have a dream, there's no way you can accomplish the dream. If you don't have a goal, there's no way that you can accomplish the goal. And your energy is not going to be of somebody who accomplishes the goal. People are like, how do you do this? How do you do that? And the real answer is you have to become the person that does that thing. I am a producer that gets placements. I had to become the producer that does those type of things by taking certain actions, taking action, okay? Not watching a bunch of videos, not sitting at home making beats, because you guys be confused and being busy with having progress. A lot of niggas who work 9 to 5 are busy, and they have no progress. It's the exact same thing if you're just making beats all day and you're not doing anything with them. See, a lot of people's problem is they bring that 9 to 5 mindset into production, and it doesn't work like that. They think that the more hours they put in making beats, the more they're going to get paid because that's how that works in their 9 to 5 world. It doesn't work like that. You have to change the way that you're looking at the game. You have to change the way that you are conducting yourself, and you will start to get progress. I promise you. If you follow the steps that I'm going to lay out before you, I promise you, you're going to get progress. If you guys don't know, I'm multi-platinum all over the world. I have certain methods and techniques that I've developed over my years and years of 10 years of experience in the field as a music producer. All you have to do is follow the steps that I'm going to tell you, and I promise you that you're going to win. I mean, right now, the first action that you need to take, other than doing everything that I said in this video, is joining my VIP community, guys. I want you guys to join the community, get into my VIP beat review where I bring in super producers to listen to your beats, and we're going to tell you what you need to change. You're going to be able to talk to super producers every single week, and they're going to be able to give you advice about what you need to do. But this is the thing I don't want you to do. Don't want you to join if you're not going to take action on what we tell you to do, because this is only for the action takers. This is only for the people that really are trying to win. If you just are hobbyists and you just want to make beats all day and all night and not really get any progress with your career as a music producer, this ain't for you, okay? This is for people that is really trying to win, really trying to go platinum, really trying to work with major artists, really trying to work with like TVs, film, all type of big boy shit. This ain't for no little, this ain't no little boy shit, y'all. Y'all know I would never steer y'all in the wrong direction. Everything that I tell y'all is things that I've went through myself, and I know how to navigate anywhere that you are as a producer, whether you're just getting started or you are already multi-platinum. I know how to take you to the next level. That's why I like to come and look and see where you are, and I'm going to lay out the steps on how to get to the next level and define the next level. You guys have to start defining what the next level looks like for you. Where are you at when you get to that next level? Who's there with you? What are you seeing when you get to that next level? What do you smell? What are you wearing when you get to that next level? You know what I'm saying? You have to really define the vision, and it will start to crystallize. The more that you can define it and design it, this is the thing. You got to understand, the key word is design. You have to design what your future looks like. You have to design your dream life. And then your subconscious mind and will start putting things in your path for you to achieve that. But if you're only thinking about where you are right now, you're only going to get farther deeper into where you are right now. Imagine, like, you guys know how it works. Like, if you're depressed and you just keep thinking about the thing you're upset about or the thing you're mad about, you're just going to get more and more mad, more and more depressed, more and more, you know what I'm saying? But if you define what your dream life looks like and it really makes you feel happy and you start to really dive into that feeling, then you're going to get more and more closer to that shit. And you're going to start to take different actions than you were taking before, and you're going to get different results than you were getting before. These are the things that helped me go platinum. If I would have just stayed an intern, worse, if I would have just stayed in my hood and never even took a risk or took an opportunity or took action on myself, I would still be in the hood, bro. I'd probably be working at the mall. Y'all wouldn't even know who I am. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be multi-platinum, have worked with Drake, Gunna, Lil Wayne, Young Thug, Lil Baby, all of these artists that you know. You know what I'm saying? It all started because I took that action. It all started because I started to change the things that I were doing. I started to change the way that I looked at the world. I started to change the way that I thought, the way that I saw myself. And the thing that helped me do that the most was getting around other producers that was already, because it started to rub off on you, bro. It's just like if you in the hood and you're around a bunch of broke niggas, you're gonna look at yourself like a dirty hood broke nigga. If you start hanging out with a bunch of niggas that smoke weed, you're gonna end up smoking weed. If you hang out with a bunch of gamers, you're gonna end up playing the game all day. But if you hang out with successful producers that are winning and grinding, you're gonna be a successful producer that's winning and grinding, bro. It's just like guilty by association. You become like the top 5 people that you spend the most time with. So you have to really look and see, are the people that I'm spending the most time with helping me get to the next level? Are they just letting me coast in life? Are they not saying, yo, bro, you need to tighten up on this. You need to get better at this. You need to work on this. Are they just letting you do whatever you want to do and nobody cares? You know what I'm saying? It's okay. Like, if it's your family and shit, I'm not saying cut your family off. I'm just saying you might not want to take what they're telling you to heart, because a lot of people that you probably know and have grown up around probably have not achieved much amazing things in their life. So they probably don't even have a vision themselves. They're probably like, how can you expect somebody that don't even believe in themselves to believe in you? That's really the question that you need to ask yourself. You have to develop this confidence, this delusional confidence that you can actually do this shit, and then it will actually happen. But the only way that you can develop that confidence is getting around other people that are just as confident or more, because it's going to start to rub off on you. And then when you start seeing your friends and your new peers getting placements and plaques and getting beat sales, then you're going to be like, damn, if they could do it, I for sure can do it. And then once you join the community, you'll be surrounded by people that do that. So you can ask all of us questions. You can start hanging out with us, collaborating with us, and really getting the sauce that you need in order to change your life. This shit is more than beats, bro. A lot of my videos don't even be about beat making, bro. I rarely make it like beat making videos, because anybody can do that. But I'm trying to tell you guys how to win, because a lot of niggas ain't won. I'm trying to tell you niggas how to get to the next level, because a lot of niggas just making YouTube videos and they ain't really at the next level. They ain't really in the industry. They just making beat videos talking about, oh, I'm making beats for Future. Nigga, no, you're not. I'm making beats for Future. And I'm not, you know what I'm saying? You're not. I want you guys to win, bro. That is my whole thing. A lot of my videos are more about how to do this shit mentally first, and then how to take action in the real world. All my videos is about taking action in the real world. I might have one video where I'm on FL showing you guys some tips and tricks. Everything else is about, this is how you win in the real world as a music producer. This is the shit that I've been through that you need to learn from, and you need to take action. So listen, guys, if you want to get into some of my classes, I'm going to give you guys some of my classes. All you got to do is join the VIP community. If you like this kind of content and you appreciate what I'm doing, obviously I'm filming everything by myself. I'm editing everything by myself. I'm new to this YouTube shit. I'm one of the rare few that actually went and became super, super successful and then got on YouTube. I didn't start on YouTube and then got popping on YouTube. No, 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 no. I went in the real world and got plaques on plaques on plaques on plaques before I opened my mouth. A lot of people know that if you watch my older videos, I was 250 pounds. I popped back out at 160 pounds, solid muscle. I wasn't speaking on anything until I got to the goal. Then I will tell you how to do it. I win first and then I help you win. I'm not one of these people that's preying on people that don't know shit about this shit. I'm actually super successful and a lot of my students are super successful. The next video that I'm gonna make is gonna be all about my students because I want you guys to see what you can become if you have the right mentor, what you can become once you get around the right people and start taking progressive action instead of busy work. Okay, so the next thing that I had to change was I had to realize if I want to win the game, I got to play the game first. I got to get industry and win the game. I can't just make whatever I want to make all day and not care about what anybody else thinks because I'm not buying beats. I had to realize I'm not the one buying my beats. I got to make what the customers want. I have to do market research and look at what's hot in the city, what's hot in my region, what's hot on earth right now, and make what the customers want to buy. These rappers don't care what you like. They want what they need in order to win because they're trying to achieve their goals. So they don't want these weird ass beats that only you and your freaking cousin like. Like you got to play the game. You got to survey the landscape and see what are people buying, what's hot right now, and make that. And you can make what you want to make in your free time, in your spare time, okay? If you want to win the game, you got to at least play the game. And if you really want to change the game, you really got to win the game. Then you can change the game. My 3 latest placements are my sound, but I didn't come in the game only making my sound. I played the game and sold the beats that needed to get sold and made the beats that needed to get made in order to get the placement. And now I've won the game. Now I can shift and do my own sound and still be successful.
So I want to share a quick story, explain with you who I am and what I do. My name is Damane. I'm a music producer from Atlanta, Georgia, and I don't work with the biggest artists in the world, Drake, Gunna, Lil Wayne, Young Thug, Lil Baby, you name it, 21 Savage, I don't work with them. And not only was I able to do that, I just spent the last 3 years helping hundreds of producers just like you start from absolutely nothing and start selling their beats, getting their first sales, getting their first placements, getting their first plaques, even some people getting record deals, bro. You need to surround yourself with people that have accomplished the things that you want to do in your life if you want to win. And that's why I created the Producer Pathway. What is that? The Producer Pathway is the #1 community for producers where we're growing, learning, connecting, and simplifying the process of producing. You're going to get access to 5 hours of course videos taught by me. You're also going to get all of my kits, all of my loops, all of my MIDI packs, every single thing that I have to offer. You're going to get. Also, I'm going to give you a copy of my newest book, Brick by Brick, where I started from absolutely nothing and told the story about sleeping in my car to working with Drake and working with the biggest artists in the world, how you can do the same thing. You're also going to get access to the Bricks Academy Lite, which is a super light version of my 6-week-long program where producers learn how to sell their beats, get placements, start networking, and start getting progress. You need to be around people that build you up instead of break you down, and that's why we do weekly Zoom calls with the industry's top producers so you can connect with them one-on-one and start networking. Bro, for everybody that's on this video right now, I'm gonna do something so special. I'm gonna offer all of this stuff at a price that is truly ridiculous. If you're a music producer or a beat maker, this community is for you. Lock in right now and become a founding member before the price goes up, guys. You're gonna be getting weekly calls, kits, MIDIs, plug-in presets, melodies, copy of my book, a copy of my course, a copy of my... Actually, I just did a viral content creation guide. I also put that in there. It's a whole bunch of awesome stuff, guys. The time to act is now. Join the community. Just remember, sometimes it's the smallest decisions that could change your life forever. Get around people that are winning, that can show you that everything that you need to know to take your career to the next level. This could change everything for you guys. Click the link, join the community, and I'll see you guys there.